Everyone's building apps with AI right now. One prompt, a dashboard appears, and for about 10 minutes, you feel like such a genius. But almost none of these apps survive their second user. A real team logs in, somebody outside your team logs in, and now you need roles nobody prompted for and data that nobody's allowed to see. Now that gap, it's exactly what we are diving into today. That's how we are going to build an app 10 times better than everyone else. We are building a full hiring pipeline, every open role, every candidate, every interview scorecard, and it's all going to be in one place. A public application form that anyone can fill out, an internal side that's locked down by who you are, and the automation layer that keeps it all moving while I am asleep. And the thing is, hiring is just my example. Swap around the prompt and this is a CRM or an inventory system or a client portal, a project tracker, whatever your business actually runs on, because the build is identical. Only the first sentence changes. Now, every prompt that I use in this build is sitting inside our free school community. The link is down in the description below, so go and grab it so that you can follow along. But right now, let's get into it. So this entire system runs on Softr, okay? And Softr isn't generating a pretty front end and then they're just calling it a day. It's building a real databases, a real backend, and the actual thing that's underneath all of this. The link is in the description below, okay? So go and sign up so that you can follow along with me from start to finish. Now, one prompt, okay? Just one prompt. That's all you need to get your first app. I'm going to be telling Softr that I need a hiring pipeline, okay? I want open rules, candidates moving through stages, interview scorecards, and a way for hiring managers to only see their own department, okay? That's very important to me. Now, you're going to prompt it the same way. Just describe your business, describe who logs in, describe what each person is allowed to touch, and that's basically all the steps to a perfect prompt. Now, do you see this row down here? It's called Connect. Now, if your data is already living in Airtable, Google Sheets, Notion, or any other database, then you can simply just point it there instead, and then it builds on top of what you already have. Now, for me, I'm going to be starting off fresh, so I'll let it make the database for me, okay? Then we are going to hit Generate. And now, watch this. Watch how cool this is. Watch it build itself. Everything from home pages, user roles, notifications, all of it is being built automatically right now. It's even going so far as to build permission pages. And I didn't ask for permission denied pages, but it went so far as to build it for itself because it knows that's what I need. Now that's basically where most tutorials stop, okay? But we are building this to perfection, and a few tweaks will take this app to the very next level, okay? So let's actually see what's underneath it, and then let's customize it to make it perfect. Now we have our base app, okay? And it is ready. Let's actually look at what's inside. So first off, the data tab. Our data tab has 5 tables. That's roles, candidates, interviews, scorecards, and notifications. And they are all linked. So this candidate is attached to this open role, senior editor, and open the role, and then there's every candidate on it, okay? Open a scorecard, and it's pointing at a specific interview on a specific candidate for a specific role. Now, let me change something. I'm moving this person from screening to interview right here in the table. And yeah, there we go. Now it's time to make it a bit more on brand. Now in the theme tab, you will see 30 plus pre-made themes in here, or you can even just drop in your own hex codes, state in if you want, the accents, the text, the background, the surface, whatever you want. Now, I'm going to do just that, okay? So just paste and then you're going to save. And then, now take a look at that. The whole app is now rebranded and it basically took like 5 seconds to do. Now, let's give it numbers, okay? So I'm dropping in some visual data tables like pipeline numbers and candidate numbers so that it's a quick and easy way to view the dashboard, okay? Now, that you are looking at right there, that's the dashboard. So now let's lock it with some real user permissions because this is the step that's going to make your app really functional. Now, let's look at the users tab. it already has a recruiter and hiring manager position added. Now it's already assigned. I asked for it in one line of that prompt and it wired the whole thing up, which is honestly like so mind-blowing. Now, let me show you what that actually means, okay? So, logging in live as the hiring manager right now. Okay, scorecards page. Okay, gone from the nav entirely. Okay, salary column on the candidate profile. That's gone. Candidate list 3 people instead of 40 because she only pulls roles in her own department. And if I type the scorecards URL, if I type that in directly, there's that permission denied page that we spoke about earlier on. Now, what you are looking at, that's real. That's not a hidden div. That's the server refusing to send her the data. Now, let's build one that, let's say I didn't think of. I want an interviewer, okay? Someone I bring in for one panel who needs to see the candidate and submit a scorecard, okay? And basically, that's all I want them to do and nothing else. No salary, no other candidates, no pipeline, nothing. Now, I'm going to do new group, okay, interviewer, and then I'll set up the data permissions, okay, so candidate profile is visible, salary field off, okay. Now, let's see what the app looks like from an interviewer's perspective. You see one candidate, there's one button, and that's their version of the entire app. 3 groups, 3 completely different products, and 1 build. Now, recruiter and hiring manager and interviewer is just what I named mine. Yours can be admin, yours can be staff, yours can be agency and client, ops and even vendor. You can even go so far as to say owner and contractor and even freelancer. It's basically the same groups, the same handful of clicks. You are just deciding on who's inside yours and what to call it. Now, another thing that I just thought of is that candidates need a way in without an account. So for this, I'll go into forms and then I'll build a new form. Okay, so name, email, role applying for, portfolio link, resume upload. And there we go. A candidate application form natively built in Softr. Okay, so let me grab that link and let me fill it out as a candidate right now to see. Okay, then we're going to submit. Okay, and now go back to the candidates table and there they are. New role already attached to the role that they picked. Now, there's one more thing that you need to know about, and that's workflows. This is the automation layer. So something happens in your app and something else happens because of it without anyone clicking anything. Candidate moves to the interview stage, the hiring manager on the role gets notified, and on top of that, you've got database AI agents. Those run on a table instead of an event, so an agent sitting on candidates reads new applications as they begin to come in. It summarizes the portfolio link, it scores them against the role, and then it flags anyone who's been stuck in one stage for too long. Workflows move information, agents make the call. That's the piece that turns this from something you check into something that's already been working before you opened it. Now, here's one thing that no native blog gives you, and I genuinely need to be so clear about this. Softr already has a Kanban board. It's got tables, lists, charts, calendars, forms. It's not rebuilding those with AI. This is for the thing that doesn't exist. So I'm going to be prompting for a candidate comparison view, and then I'm going to say pick 3 candidates, put them side by side, and show me their average scorecard rating per competency, who interviewed them, how many days they've been in the pipeline, and spread between the highest and lowest score any single interviewer gave them. Okay, and there it is. 3 columns, it's averaging across the scorecards table live. And it's pulling from candidates' scorecards and interviews at the same time, each with its own filter. Now, mine compares candidates. Yours can compare vendors, quotes, properties, deals, applicants. You can point it at your tables. You can describe what you want to look at, and then it builds the thing that nobody made a template for. Now, let's actually make this go live, okay? Just go over to the settings, okay? Then turn global search on. Now, anyone can search across every role, candidate, and scorecard from one bar. And then let's also look at the device preview, okay? So desktop, tablet, phone, okay? It's already responsive, so we are just going to publish. Okay, now look at that. In just a few minutes, our app is now running, okay? So everything that I just built runs on Softr. The link is down in the description below, so make sure that you go over, make sure you sign up today, and most importantly, make sure that you start building. So that's a hiring pipeline, but go back through what we actually did. One prompt, a real database, 3 groups, a form, the automation layer, 1 custom block, publish. None of that is hiring specific. Pointed at whatever your business is drowning in right now and run the exact same 7 steps. Every prompt, every workflow, every permission set up from this build is in our free school community. The link is down in the description below. Go and check it out right now. And also, if this video helped you, since you made it till the end, I'm pretty sure that you enjoyed it as well. Hit that like button and also subscribe to the channel and turn on your notifications so that you never miss another upload. We have videos like this coming at you every single week. And also check out some of the other videos on the channel. And as always, catch you on the next one.